Actually, during the COVID pandemic, the Japanese economy have suffered a lot. According to IMF, in 2020, there was a plunge of 4.6% in terms of economy. That has become better the next year. But ever since March this year, where all the restrictions on economic activities, social activities have been taken away, the GDP started to pick up, and the overall real-term volume of GNP between April and June had surpassed that of 2019, so before the COVID time. And currently, Prime Minister Kishida is working very hard to promote innovation. For example, innovation, he is promoting investment on innovation, including AI, quantum technology, biotechnology, digital, and decarbonization. And we are also working for the objectives of the attaining the carbon neutral economy by 2050. We are also working on making major investment in the green transformation, what we call a GX transformation. And we, in the next coming 10 years, intend to make an investment of about over 1 trillion euros. And this is a very important enterprise that we are now taking. Yes, definitely. Of course, we have been very much affected in terms of overall volume of trade. There has been a very large negative impact, but at the same time, it has given a sort of like a new dimension to our bilateral trade, because we used to have about 3 times the export to Belgium compared to the import from Belgium, whereas the export of the coronavirus vaccines have dramatically increased the export of Belgium towards Japan to a certain point, almost coming to an equilibrium. This is first in the bilateral trade relationship. So, of course, the export of virus vaccines will not continue forever, but I think this was a very good occasion for the Japanese people to find out and know better about the high technology and high know-how that Belgium possesses. And it has been a very good occasion for Japan to discover the attractiveness of and the power of Belgium besides beer and chocolates. Well, actually, in serving, as I just mentioned, the vaccines, but I think biochemical, biological technology is very outstanding in Belgium. And this is proven by the fact that there are still many Japanese companies making investments in Belgium. There is also an area like in the energy sector, because with the current economic and social situation, there is a growing interest in more cleaner and renewable energy. So I am aware of a Japanese company working very hard with Belgian companies in terms of, for example, offshore power generation or hydrogen in the area of hydrogen industry. And those are very hopeful promising areas of cooperation, and I think there is much room for cooperation between the two countries in third countries also, and I'm hopeful that this will bring fruit to which will be beneficial for both the Belgian and Japanese companies. And I think digital is also very important. Of course, Japan is also very advanced in this area, so I hope that the companies in the mission will find new opportunities through their visits and contacts with the Japanese counterparts. Well, actually, for the past almost 2.5 years, the movement of people was one of the most biggest obstacle for very smooth economic cooperation and exchanges. But I'm very happy to report to you that this autumn, in October, we have finally resumed the visa exemption scheme. And that is why all the members of the mission participating will no longer have to apply for visa. And this is a relief also for our consular section. And I'm very happy that this is now the case. Of course, there are some other risks that we have to keep in mind, because in Japan, because of the weak yen, and also because of the rise of the prices for energy, there is a tendency of inflation. Nevertheless, the rate of inflation in Japan is still somewhere around 2.8%, so it's much better in comparison to some European or United States countries. So in that sense, still manageable, but we do expect further rises of prices in terms of energy sector, food prices, and so this will be some of the elements that we will have to keep in mind. And of course, the degradation of yen against the US dollar or euro is also something that we have to keep in mind. But this means that this is a golden opportunity for Belgian and foreign companies to make investment in Japan, and for Japanese companies to sort of promote their export of products to European countries. So I think there is always an upside and downside in every kind of economic phenomenon. Well, actually, I'm very excited because this is the first full-fledged economic mission which will be dispatched to Japan from Belgium since 2012. And of course, there has been intermediary mission when His Majesty the King Philip made a state visit to Japan in 2016. But anyhow, it's one of the largest economic mission which we're visiting. And after so many months of absence, I think all the participants also are very excited to rediscover Japan. And so I hope that all the people will benefit from this golden opportunity. And as I said at the outset, there are many new areas that Japan is now trying to strategically promote. So I hope that the participants from the Belgian representatives and the enterprises will grab this opportunity for a new business opportunity and for a mutually prosperous economic cooperation and development.